It's an almost silent revolution. Electric bicycles, or e-bikes as they're better known, are exploding in popularity, accounting for over 12 billion euros worth of sales in Europe last year.
Hi, Moritz.
How are you doing?
Good.
I've come to the Focus factory in Kloppenburg in northern Germany. On the production line are e-mountain bikes, a relatively new segment of the market.
What you can see currently there is one of our most important bikes.
And that's an e-bike.
It's an e-bike. It has 130 millimeter travel. So you can see it has two suspensions in the front and in the back.
Sales of these are up by 60% since last year.
Looking at the demographics, our main target group is like 30 to 55, 30 to 60. It was quite male driven, but it's becoming more female as well.
But this sort of tech will cost you thousands of euros.
The entry price point went quite up through technical developments. Now the entry is around 3,500 and it goes up to 10,000. It's a very serious invest for the people who buy it.
600 kilometers south, just outside Stuttgart, are the headquarters of German engineering giant Bosch. Traditionally a leader in automotive parts, the company now also builds motors for over 100 bicycle brands. They even have their own e-bike test track.
It's very unique that you have your workshop and your laboratory. You can take the test bikes and the demo bikes and go out here.
Today, they're testing a new anti-lock braking system. Innovations in battery and engine technology have accelerated the trend for electric bikes. Limited by EU law to a speed of 25 kilometers per hour, Bosch's engines can achieve a range of around 150 kilometers using a high energy density lithium-ion battery.
Do you see there being one key technology, or is this rather more like a sort of iPhone where lots of different technologies came together and then you've got this sort of brand new product?
Actually, it's exactly like you describe it. It's a variety of different technologies and they are combined now in one system. And the idea is to have the physical experience of riding an e-bike blending into the digital experience of using a smartphone app or cloud services. So there's a whole bundle of technologies going into this experience.
1 in 6 Germans now owns their own e-bike. But in the small city of Vechta, in Lower Saxony, that figure is even greater. Vechta ranks 3rd for e-bike penetration in Germany. Personal e-bike ownership here stands at 25%, and catering to those e-bikes is starting to change Vechta's transport infrastructure.
We have built a place for 300 bikes to park them directly to the railway station. We have also built more park places outside everywhere, because it's important if you want to go to the city by bike, you need some place where you park it. And so it's also a part of our infrastructure, we think, as a bike driver.
Larger urban areas are feeling the effect too. I've come to the city of Bremen.
Hi, Micah.
It's already rated as one of the most bike-friendly places in the world. But authorities here say the existing infrastructure needs adapting to the new e-bike age.
Electric bikes are quite fast, so what we are having and building are special routes, special lanes for bikes, which are broader, so it's more safe to go fast, and it's like a speedway for bikes actually.
London's population has almost hit 10 million, and concerns about pollution, congestion, and more recently, industrial strike action have led to an uptick in e-bike use. Shared micromobility schemes like Lime and Tier are plugging the widening gap between cars and public transport, while last mile delivery is transforming the way we shop. The rapid delivery market quadrupled in size in 2021. Australian startup Zumo manufactures and leases e-bikes to gig workers and consumers, as well as quick commerce companies, including Deliveroo and Gorillas.
People today are Amazon Prime natives. 2-day delivery is not enough. Really, I want it in 15 minutes, and the best way to do that is to have a micro-fulfillment center in a city and a fleet of e-bikes ready to deliver whatever it is you want. Amazon started trialing e-bikes in New York City, which is taking more and more vans off the road and replacing them with these light electric vehicles. When you start to take these big vehicles off the road, you reopen the roads to what kind of they were essentially meant to be used for, which is not cars, but it's for human activity.
Other parcel delivery companies have tapped into e-cargo bikes as a way of navigating densely populated urban environments. FedEx is trialling e-bikes throughout Europe and Canada, while UPS recently unveiled its e-quads, battery-powered, ultra-slim four-wheeled cycles that don't pollute or get parking tickets, and speed past traffic by using bike lanes. The advent of e-bikes has made cycling an ever-increasing part of our future. But in a way, it's also a return to the past.
We've been through a century, really, where we've given over our cities to the motor car. We've designed most of the infrastructure for motor cars, and we've been in total subservience, really, for an awful long time. What has happened over the last decade or so is that we realised that actually cities are for people.
In 1949, cycling accounted for more than 14 billion vehicle miles travelled in the UK. But by 1974, as cars took over, that figure had shrunk by 80%.
I would like to see the period when we were so dominated by cars as a blip in history, really. It takes time to make these changes, but all around the world we are seeing this shift from car-dominated cities to cities where they're designed much more for people.
E-bikes have gone from occupying a niche segment of the market to being a mainstream mode of transport. And even status symbols, with companies like Porsche and Lamborghini developing luxury models. With purchases projected to hit 40 million next year, e-bikes are now outstripping sales of electric cars in Europe, the UK, and the US. And in the process, transforming the way our cities function.